and welcome to Soiree Lifestyle Series 2020. Welcome to episode 55. Today, we are going to be focusing on our upcoming virtual retreat, A Day Away, A Time for Renewal. The purpose of our group is to share valuable information in featured weekly segments with professionals in the respective fields around lifestyles, relationships, and entertaining. I am Rosemary Skinner. Today, we have a very special panel. It is our panel of professionals and experts who will be presenting at the virtual retreat. I'll start first by introducing my co-hosts, Crystal Cotto-Sullivan, Crystal Cotto-Sullivan, Cynthia Crossbow, too many C's, and John Sullivan. Our speakers today Cynthia will be speaking regarding meditation at the virtual retreat. Jane will be doing the yoga presentation. Patty will be introducing us and talking about forest bathing. Anna will be talking to us about planning your meals for the retreat day. Catherine will be teaching us and sharing with us laughter yoga. And Kimberly will be sharing with us the energy bank. So welcome, you're in for a wonderful day. I'm going to turn it over to Crystal to actually highlight more of the show.
Okay, great. We're very excited that we have our panel of presenters today. Our retreat is going to be, our virtual retreat will be May 29th from 9 till 4:30. It'll be a time for you to relax your mind, rest your body, and soothe your soul. A retreat is often a time when we step away from our hectic lives, the daily activity, and we just take some time to reflect and to recenter ourselves, to rebalance. Now, during this time, we've all been at home. We often, some people, yes, have been out and about, but we've been at home, and many of us are really struggling with how to keep our life going. And so there's probably a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of worry, and just really some needed time to reflect and to take care of ourselves, especially if you have, maybe kids or grandkids around, or suddenly you're working from home and you're totally at home. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to really look at how to first of all, prepare to go into the retreat, and then also what to expect from the retreat, the actual day away. So I'm going to turn it back over to Rosemary, who will give you some ideas of how to set up your space for the retreat.
Thank you, Crystal. So I'm just going to share my screen here. Just going to back up. Whoops. Okay, let me just back it up a bit. Okay. Well, welcome again, everyone. And please do say hello to us in the comments section and let us know you're here. And feel free to comment or put questions in. So I'm going to get started. A Day Away, our virtual retreat. This retreat, we want you to get the best experience from it. And the purpose of today is to actually set you up for a successful retreat and to really fully experience it and experience each segment of it. And we start with creating a space just for you. Your space can be indoors or it can be outdoors. A poem by Joseph Campbell kind of sums it up. You must have a room or a certain hour of the day or so where you do not know what was in the morning paper. A place where you can simply experience and bring forth what you are and what you might be. At first, you may find nothing's happening, but if you have a sacred place and use it, take advantage of it, something will happen. So creating your space, you need to find a quiet place without distractions. Find a space to experience the 5 senses: sight, smell, hearing, touch, and taste. A quiet space. Set it with the things you love. By doing this, you will create not only love in your space, but good energy. So what, may you ask, would I put into this space? Where am I going to put this space? Well, some of you may already have this space, and some of you may not be familiar with this practice. It is carving out a space in your home. It can be a corner space. It can be in front of a window. It can be in your bedroom, just a little corner where you can have peace and tranquility. What you put into the space is things that you love: a comfortable chair, some oversized pillows, a throw blanket, your journal, flowers, candles, essential oils, your diffuser, anything that really speaks to you, family photos, just things that you love and surround yourself with, so that when you're in this space, you are taking all these things in, and it creates that positive energy and a space full of love. Now, this can be indoors or it can be outdoors. Outdoor spaces, you're one with nature. Indoors, if you're setting it up in front of a window, you have the same benefits as an outdoor space. Outdoors, you have the fresh breeze, you have the chirping of the birds, you are surrounded by nature. When you set up your outdoor space, do the same idea, the same things. Create that space with the things that you love. It might look a little bit differently outdoors and indoors. Maybe it's going to be using color, using some colored pillows, again, some flowers, candles. Just find that space that you can work. It doesn't have to be a large space. You can also, oh, sorry, before I go on to the next slide, just when you are doing outdoors though, just keep a couple things in mind. Have an umbrella overhead, have hydration, as well as if you're inside. And try to have, whether you're indoors or outdoors, try to have all the things you're going to need: your pen, your glasses, your sunglasses, an iPad, a tablet, whatever you're going to need. So while you're in that space and you're doing the retreat, you're not distracted and you're not having to run to get things. So on to here again. So on the day of the retreat, we're going to have yoga. So I've just put a set of yoga mat into here, because you can actually do your yoga outdoors or indoors. Hopefully it's going to be a nice day. Now, the retreat day, you can do part of it inside and part of it outside. And these things that we're going to talk to you about today, we hope you make them as a part of your daily practice and not just for the retreat. I hope these tips have helped you and that you will be joining us on the Day Away virtual retreat. It'll be a great way to renew, to refresh, to re-energize, and to start anew. Thank you for joining us. And now I'm going to go over to my co-host, Cynthia Cross-Ballard, and she is going to talk to us about the meditation segment of the retreat. Thank you.
Very great tips, Rosemary. Thank you very much. And especially important to get set up effectively for the retreat, especially for meditation and for everything else that we're going in throughout the day. When meditating, a lot of times, even today, it's a good practice to get into. I really highly suggest that you put your phone on airplane mode and make sure there's no distractions during your meditation. For the retreat, I am a Reiki master. So what I'm going to bring to the retreat a little bit differently is a Reiki meditation. So it will put us in a space where we can be mindful, set our intention, and experience some Reiki healing as well, so that we can start the retreat in a way that we can continue it on for the day and experience everything that we need to with all these amazing guest speakers that we have. For meditation, oftentimes people think of it as, cross-legged, in the Om position, and this is how we meditate. You can meditate anywhere. You can meditate in the bathtub. You can meditate. I highly recommend, if you're meditating while driving, we're not meditating with our eyes closed, but you can find a space and make sure that you're getting yourself present to what's going on. And you'll find that you can get yourself deeper and deeper and deeper into your meditation and work internally to see what it is that's coming up for you. In meditation, people will find that they discover their purpose or something that unconsciously is bothering them that they can heal in interpersonal relationships. Clearing the mind, the power of breath. If we are anxious or worried about something, experiencing a really rough day, or just, everything's so busy right now, everybody's busy, is remember that we have the gift of breath, and to do that. So, I will be bringing you through a journey of Reiki meditation, and hoping that you continue with that, because the benefits outweigh anything that you may be looking to do. And it also can be brought into any of the practices that the guest speakers will be speaking about today, especially, in negative emotions that you may have. It definitely can help you reduce some burnout, which we may all be experiencing or feeling because of our current living situations, help you improve your mental health, and most importantly, just giving yourself permission for time for yourself. Right. So in a Reiki meditation, it's important that we're not striving for a particular outcome, that we're just, experiencing it, enjoying it, and seeing what we can discover on the other side. So thank you very much, Rosemary.
Thank you, Cynthia. That was very, I'm very motivated for that meditation now. I mean, meditation is so helpful, and it really will set the tone for the day. So that was great advice, and what you're going to do with our viewers, our participants. Okay, now I'm going to go over to Jane, and Jane is going to be leading the yoga on the morning of the retreat. Welcome, Jane.
Hi, everyone. So first of all, it's an honor and privilege just to be a part of this. And what a great time for all of us to get back and focus on our mental health and focus on just our well-being. So the yoga that I'm going to be presenting the day of the retreat is a little bit different. So, and I decided today to explain a little bit of my story, and it's just gonna kind of go right into what the class is going to be about. So the type of yoga that I teach deals with coping. So coping with stress, anxiety, trauma. And trauma is anything that alters our ability to cope, right? So even just as simple as overwhelm, or could it be extreme as going through traumatic experiences such as a car accident, abuse, anything like that. So a few months into the pandemic, I started doing my own work, doing trauma workshops, self-regulation workshops, recovery workshops, stuff like that. And then I got a little bit obsessed because it was working so well for me. So then I decided to take the teacher training, the yoga teacher training for trauma sensitive yoga. And off of that, it shifted my entire being. So it shifted the traditional way that I used to teach yoga in a group studio class, which I just can't even do anymore. I actually have taken myself off the market, so to speak, when it comes to teaching a regular studio class, because it doesn't give me that depth that I want to give to the students or to myself for when it comes to healing and well-being, like yoga is intended to do. So I started teaching with looking at more nourishment and then resilience. And then that's what my class is going to be all about. It's going to be about nourishing ourselves and creating resilience around practices that'll ground us, practices around orientation, which is exactly what you brought us through, Rosemary, is how to orient ourselves to our spaces, right? We're also going to be doing things like centering. We're going to do a little bit of checking in and then checking out at the end and journaling to see where we're at. But we're doing it through our own experience and not just what I'm teaching you, right? So I'm again empowering the students that will be there, or the people that will be in the retreat that day, to make it their own experience and make it an expression of themselves. When you spend time doing some of these practices, you're going to be able to as well take the session that I'm doing and not just think it's not like a full hour, like get on the mat, do this, like you would just traditionally see. You're going to really be able to take this, like the beginning portion, or maybe the middle portion speaks to you, and you'll be able to take that and do it in your daily life. Just like Cynthia said, it doesn't have to be, a dedicated time. It could be done anywhere. It could be done as a little resource or a tool, a part of your little toolkit that you would carry throughout your day. That when you're experiencing overwhelm, or you're experiencing the start of an anxiety or a panic attack, you're able to go, oh, I have this resource. And then instead of reacting immediately, you're getting grounded and you're not getting into that state, that heightened state. So And I'll explain. So the name of my business, I didn't even say that, is Evelyn Movement. I have just launched a website as well, and it has a video library with membership, a monthly membership, with these trauma sensitive classes on there. There's over 50 of them right now, and I'm adding every week. I also have a program with that. And then there's also private sessions. So, and then I have Facebook pages and all that good stuff too, where there's mini practices. So if you wanted to get a little introduction to what you're going to get, you can go onto Facebook and look up Evelyn Movement and find all of that. Super excited. Like, I cannot wait. And I just thank you again for having me here.
Oh, thank you, Jane. That is going to be such an impactful yoga session. I love what you've just spoken to, and especially in the current times that we've been in. I think it's been very traumatic. It's obviously something that we've never had to deal with. So what you're doing is just great, and the timing is perfect. And I know that the participants are going to get a lot from it. So now I'm going to move on. So thank you for being with us. And now I'm going to move on to Patty. Susie, Patty is going to speak to us about forest bathing, being one with nature. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Patty. Thank you for being with us today, Patty, and welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me here. I am a forest bathing facilitator and also a Reiki master. And I offer my work out of the Estate of Health in Kingsville, as well as in the Harrow area. And I will be taking you out to your lunch on the day of retreat. We'll be going together, but you'll be going alone. It'll be your time. And we're going to just experience a little micro green break, okay? When we go for lunch, we're going to be nourishing, obviously, our body with our lunch, but at the same time, our mind and our spirit as well. And hopefully during this little lunch break, we can take a little break from electronics just for your lunchtime. So as for setting up space before the retreat, if you could look around outside and say, where would you like to have your lunch? And be curious here. Where would you want to feed yourself? Where do you want to rest? This could be in a nearby forest. I know lunchtime is only a little space there. Or a park, your yard even. If it's a raining day, by a window, open the window and listen with the rain. The birds and nature's still moving, whether it's raining or not. And if you happen to be on a balcony, an apartment on a balcony, that would work too. Just go out on your balcony, somewhere where you can see green or even the blue or the sky, just the clouds. Ideally though, I would love it if you could go out on the grass or the lawn somewhere and either be by a tree or by your garden, just outdoors on the ground. I would love that if you could make that happen for yourself. And if you can make that, I hope that you'll bring like a little blanket or a pillow, something just to make yourself comfortable, something that maybe you can stretch out on after your lunch. I will be offering to you an embodied practice here, an awareness of the body as we're connecting with nature. And this is very easy. We're going to be noticing three things: our surroundings, which we're outdoors, our body sensing what's happening while we're out there, as well as the five senses that we have. And we're going to practice by tapping into each one of those while we're outdoors. In the work booklet, when you sign up, there will be a forest bathing exercise there for you. It's called Journey Back into Your Own Senses. I ask that you please print this out so that we don't have electronics, because if you're looking at it on your phone, your electronics, real easy on your lunch break to think maybe you could check some other place or maybe go on Facebook. But really, I just would hope that you print this out, and then it's yours to keep as well. On the day of the retreat, I'm going to walk you through this exercise before we send you out for lunch. I'm going to walk you right through it, just step by step. This is just going to empower you to see that this is a simple exercise, that because you'll be going outside by yourself and you'll do this exercise alone and at your own pace, and it's very easy. I also ask everyone to remember that your lunchtime is part of your retreat day. You're setting up for the day. So if you're making that intention and that commitment, I hope you try to keep that your lunchtime is still part of your retreat day. To also remember there that who you are and how you are as a being on this earth with nature. We are all connected as one with nature. So I'm hoping that, as with forest bathing, that you can get outside for this. And I hope you enjoy this retreat. And Rosemary, I really look forward to meeting everyone on that day. And I hope to see you all there. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Patty. That was wonderful. It was bringing me back to when I was out on your property doing the forest bathing and connecting with nature. It was one of the best experiences I've ever had. And I know that our participants are going to have a wonderful experience doing this. And just with you guiding them through this process and how to connect with themselves to nature and with their inner being. So it'll be just a great experience. I know it's something that they can also take with them past the retreat days and to use it as a regular practice. So Patty, thank you for being part of the retreat, and we're looking forward to having you on. And now,
My pleasure.
thank you.
My pleasure.
And now I'm going to go over to Anna. Anna is going to speak to us about nutrition, how to prepare for the retreat day to obviously provide your body with the proper nutrition, but she's going to make it very easy and simplified. So I'm going to go over to Anna now. Anna, thank you for joining us and welcome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for inviting me to be part of this retreat session that is coming up. So as Rosemary mentioned, I'm here to give you a quick and easy guide as to how to prepare nutritionally. And as many of our guests and Patty just mentioned about the importance of not only feeding your mind and body, or your mind and your spirit, but also your body. And so I'm going to take you through a little quick guide that I've prepared for you here. And we'll just go through that. So yeah, so meeting your nutritional needs for the day. So basically, here we go. Some of you may be familiar with the quote that says, failing to plan is a plan to fail. And with that being said, I put together a plan to prepare to make your day a nutritional success. And so again, so you have that trifecta effect. I know they use that term a lot in horse racing, but it's applicable for nutrition. Again, as I mentioned, that we're going to be not only feeding our spirit and our body, and our mind, but our body as well. So this is a quick guide, and let's see here. We're going to look at what you need to do prior to the retreat, because this is all about preparation. So prior to the retreat, and I have put together a suggested menu, you're going to decide what snacks, meal, and drink plan you will have for that day. And you're going to write out a shopping list of all the items that you will need. And then you're preparing any food containers, drinking canteens, snack containers, and to have them ready to go. Also, packaging your food ahead of time will facilitate your break time in the event that you plan on leaving your home during the retreat, or for any breaks. Then on one day prior to the retreat, suggesting that you schedule your time in your calendar to shop, clean, prepare, and make your meals for the retreat. And that is going to probably take you about 2 to 3 hours, and I'm including the shopping time in that. So again, 2 days prior, if you decide what your menu is, then you're going to make that shopping list. And then the day before, definitely schedule some time for preparation and or shopping if you're going to do it on the same day. So shop for those meals, and then the pre-preparation is going to involve 2 little sub-steps. And the first one is reading the entire recipe first. There's generally some mistakes being made in recipes, and they tend not to turn out. And that's because you didn't read the entire recipe first to see what steps follow one after the other, or you don't have all the ingredients. And then you assemble your ingredients, you clean and prepare them according to the instructions. And then once you've followed the recipe, you've made your dish, then you place them in easy to grab and go individual containers. And then on the day of the retreat, it's simple. You just enjoy, you grab that out of the fridge, and you're good to go. So the reason, actually, I'll just move your slide up here. I've chosen 4 different recipes for this. And the reason I've chosen these recipes are because they're easy. They come with simple ingredients. There's no cooking involved. You make them all in advance. In fact, it's highly recommended, as by the very nature of these recipes, they all require some marination time. And second, they're all healthy, nutrient dense meals and drinks, and they're hearty. So they're easy on, although they're hearty rather, they're easy on your digestion. So you should not feel any sugar spikes, bloated, or hungry during the day. And they're also in a you do you style. That is, you can choose which ingredients or flavors you like. And lastly, they are very easy to put in a grab and go format. So the first recipe I highlighted here is about hydration, and most people forget about having enough water. And quite frankly, your body and your brain runs most efficiently when it gets at least 1 liter of water before noon. So if you do just that one step, even as a new habit and hopefully beyond the retreat day, you will find you're more alert, your bowel function improves, and your false hunger pangs will subside. So you'll tend not to grab for that unhealthy snack. Again, you can choose how many ingredients to include, even in the hydration drink. I've put together a summer vegetable and lemon ginger drink with a little bit pinch of cayenne, and that's good for metabolism, boosting that metabolism. And but if you enjoy just cucumber, do just cucumber. If you enjoy just lemon, just put lemon. But the point is that this is going to add a little more nutrients to your water, and you're not just drinking plain water. You're going to have some antioxidant and vitamins included in that. Like if you have oranges or lemons, you're going to get some vitamin C in that. And quite frankly, as again, Cynthia mentioned, that stress disrupts our physiology. If we have to get vitamin C from our diets, and vitamin C is very essential for brain health, coping with stress, and our adrenals. So if you're not getting sufficient vitamin C, you're not going to be your body isn't going to be dealing with stress very efficiently. So I recently read a quote that said, you can't take 15 supplements a day and call it a night on the couch eating bonbons and be healthy. So really, we need to get our nutrition from food. So start there, look at your food, get your grocery list together, and get whole foods, plant foods, and your body will thank you for it in the future. And looking at breakfast, I included 2 recipes. One is designer chia pudding. Again, you do you. So I've given you certain options for flavoring it, whether you like berries, whether you like mangoes, whether you like to do like a chocolate brownie chia pudding. You have a lot of variety, a lot of options. There's a basic recipe, and then you just follow from there. And again, it's something that you mix the day before, not a lot of effort, 5 minutes. Put it in the fridge overnight or for 3 or 4 hours, and then design what ingredients you want in it. And the second breakfast and or snack recipe, and actually these 2 are interchangeable, the chia pudding or the berry smoothie or the berry bowl, those are both interchangeable. You can either use one for breakfast and one a snack, or one for a snack or one for breakfast. Again, very simple, put it together. You can have the smoothie made ahead of time, put it in a container, put it in the fridge, take it out the next day. And whether you want to make it into a bowl with nuts and granola and coconut and your seeds, then you design it the way you like it, but you have it already made, pre-made, ready to go. You don't have to do anything in the morning. And lastly, lunch, again, necessary here for success. As with all these recipes, you determine which ingredients you choose and how much. We all know that dressing matters, so I've given you 2 options for your dressing that are all natural and healthy, no preservatives. And at the end of the day, what do you come away with is a high amount of alkalizing foods that are anti-inflammatory in nature, will boost your free radical scavengers, so they're really high in antioxidants. You will have met all your fruit, your veggie, your water, and most of your fiber intake, which is highly recommended for beneficial gut health. And because each meal has healthy fats, complex carbohydrates, and healthy proteins, And in good proportion, your body should feel well nourished and very happy by the end of the retreat. So I hope you enjoy this meal. And again, remember that failing to plan is a plan to fail. So make sure you pre-prep your meals ahead of time. Thanks.
Oh, thank you, Anna. Oh my goodness. I'm starved now looking at these recipes. Wow. Such great information. What a wonderful way to have a really healthy day that day with all the things that you'll be doing, but your body being prepared for it. Anna, thanks for putting all the detail in it right from like the recipes and the menu planning and how to go about it. So it should make it really simple. And this will be included in the booklet, which I forgot to mention at the beginning. In the booklet, all of our presenters for that day will have prepared things for you into the booklet, that your journaling book that you'll have. So you'll have it ahead of time. So no worries. This is wonderful. Okay, so thank you, Anna, for joining us. That was excellent. So now we're going to move on to Catherine for laughter yoga. Catherine, thank you for joining us. We're very excited to hear all about laughter yoga. Oh, can we just ask you to unmute, please?
All right, so I'm very happy to be here. Thank you so much, Crystal, Rosemary, for inviting me to this retreat. I'm looking really I'm looking forward to it, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Just to share a little bit about myself, I am a laughter yoga teacher, certified, and I'm also an ambassador of Canada. This was awarded to me by Dr. Katari, the founder of Laughter Yoga, 26 years ago, for the work that I do, not only in my community, but around the world. So I'm an international, world-renowned motivational speaker, helping people to find their childlike spirit and be able to step into that without feeling restrictions and the stories that we've developed over the years. With laughter yoga, there is no joke, so you don't have to worry about understanding any jokes. It all comes from our everyday experiences. When Dr. Kataria started this, him and his wife, who is a yoga instructor, went to a park and they started by telling jokes. And about 10 days later, there were 50 people laughing at these jokes, but not all, because jokes sometimes go over my head. So I can imagine that they might have been going over other people's heads. And so Dr. Karia, he went and did some more research on why we need to laugh every day, long and heartily every day. And we can do that even using fake laughter. So you've all heard the expression, fake it till you make it. And so in this case, fake laughter is just as beneficial to your body, your mind, as is real laughter. And so laughter yoga is based on our everyday experiences, or simply with words. You know, I can take one word and make it into an exercise. And all our experiences come from from the beginning and all on up to the time that we are right now. And so in a laughter yoga class, you're going to learn the way I teach breathing, which is called conscious breathing, diaphragmatic breathing. And you're going to learn a lot of different laughter exercises as well. But there is one tool that we have not been informed about from, say, the teenage years on up, because when we're children and we get excited and we clap in prayer position. Now, clapping in prayer position activates every reflexology point in your body, but the muscles and the nerves and the circulatory system, our body, when we clap, is nurtured through the clapping exercises. And so we do a lot of clapping. I like to say we're doing reflexology on our own selves just by clapping. And it's a feel-good exercise as well. So it's not just the breathing, laughter yoga, the breath and laughing, but we're also going to be incorporating brain fitness exercises. And so from this, we're doing a whole body workout. It's not just the body, the mind, but the spirit and the emotional states as well. So when they say that you are laughing with childlike abandonment, that's the way you want to continue laughing into your later years, into your younger of heart years. And so I'm going to be sharing this very unique concept with you at this retreat, and I hope you walk away laughing at the end of it. So I'll see you there, and smile, laugh, and giggle every day until we meet again. Bye for now. Ha ha ha.
Thank you, Catherine. That's wonderful. And it is, as we all know, we need that stress relief. And this is another format of relieving stress and things that you can not only experience during the retreat, but you'll be able to carry these practices on your own afterwards. So we are really looking forward to that. And I love your hat.
Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine, for being with us. And
Thank
now
you
I'm
so
going to go over to my co-host, Crystal Cottle Sullivan, who Crystal is going to be leading us the day of the retreat in tapping. This is another method of relieving stress, getting focused. It's a great practice. I have practiced tapping in the past, and I still do, and it's really an effective method. So I'm going to go over to Crystal to share this with you.
Okay, great. So I'm ready to sign up. I'm so excited.
Yes.
I'm planning my lunch. I can't wait to do the laughter, the meditation, the forest bathing, the yoga. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Anyway, my name is Crystal Cottle Sullivan. As Rosemary said, I'm co-host on the Soiree Lifestyle Series 2020 webcast, and I'm also founder of Journey to Inner Wisdom. So on the day of the retreat, I will be guiding you through a session of emotional freedom technique, or what is popularly called tapping, on your day away, a time for renewal. So taking time for renewal gives us the space to access our inner being in a way that often eludes us in our busy daily lives. As we become more aware of our inner being, we're able to listen to our intuition and our emotions and our higher self. Taking time for renewal is about getting in touch with our inner being, our inner wisdom. Our emotions are full of information about what is happening in our world. Being aware of our emotional state is sometimes something that we ignore. We may not want to pay attention, or we're just too busy, or we're numbed out. We would like the feeling to sometimes go away. However, emotions are messengers, and it's usually a good idea to listen to the messenger. Sometimes the emotions do interrupt our lives, and they throw us off balance. When we're off balance, we may not be able to hear what the emotions are wanting to reveal. So we may need to rebalance and calm the emotion temporarily in order to hear the message. Tapping, or EFT, is a tool that can bring us back into balance, and then we're able to dialogue with our emotions and determine what message we are needing to hear. I've taught EFT to many of my clients. I've taught my children, and I use it myself. It's a very effective tool to have for your well-being. At the retreat, I will give you a brief background to tapping and how it works. I will teach you how to tap, and then I will guide you on a tapping journey. I will provide you with some resources and a script for your practice in our retreat workbook, and you will be able to use tapping as a self-help tool in your daily life. If you already know how to tap, this session will relax you and balance your energy. I look forward to meeting each and every one of you on a day away, taking time for renewal, a virtual retreat.
Thank you, Crystal. Another great segment that will be in the retreat. So many wonderful things happening. You'll walk away definitely renewed. So now on to Kimberly Banfield. Kimberly is I'll say a life coach, a soulologist, the creator of the Intuitive Heartfelt Desires, really an amazing woman. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Kimberly, to speak to us about the energy that you're going to talk to us about at the retreat. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for being part of the retreat.
Thank you, Rosemary. What a lovely introduction. I am so looking forward to being part of this retreat and in hearing what everybody else is going to be talking about. We're just so interconnected, and it fits together so well. So both you and Crystal have put together an incredible day. So I'm Kimberly Banfield. I'm the founder of Soulcology, which is all focused on guiding you to remember who you are and how you are at a soul level. And in hearing what Catherine was talking about, getting more in touch with your childlike nature, who you were before all the stuff happened in your life, that, as we go through the yoga practice with Jane, hopefully you'll get an opportunity to start to clear some of the energy in that space. So one of the things that I've noticed that has taken us away from our true nature in the last 12 months has been this element of tiredness, which is one of the reasons why this retreat is being run. And I noticed myself in the last 12 months that this tiredness started to go to a level that felt like it was soul deep and that bone tired kind of state because of everything that was happening in this emotional roller coaster that we were all going on. And I slipped into a bit of an anxiety and a stress funk that was harder than normal to get out of. And I think as we find sometimes as, you know, those of us who work in this space, we forget that we have our own tools until we remember that we have our own tools. And so I turned to my tools around intuition and the body's messages that it's sending me in relation to what tiredness was trying to tell me about where I was at and what needed to change in my life. So my focus for the day is going to be to help you to recognize your tiredness. Instead of demonizing tiredness in such a way that it's a bad thing, instead recognizing what your tiredness is all about, reconnecting you to how you want to feel instead or alongside tiredness, and then giving you a meditation practice to regain the energy that you want to feel instead of tiredness. So we're going to be covering things like what is the intuitive meaning or meanings behind tiredness, and what does it mean in accordance with where you're feeling that tiredness in your body. So if the tiredness is manifesting alongside headaches, back pain, neck pain, and so on, what does that mean? And what is that telling you about where you're at with tiredness, stress, and so on in your life? These kinds of things will help you to start to uncover what is the sole purpose of your tiredness, because it's there for a reason, and we want to uncover what that is so that you can then know what to do with it. So we'll be looking at what does it mean to you and for you, and then asking some deeper, key, more sole purpose focused questions to dig a little bit deeper, like, you know, to find out what you're tired of in your life. So there's some fun play on word questions that we're going to be asking that will, you know, enlighten what tiredness is all about for you. Part of it too will be about understanding what is the quality of your tired. So are you feeling a fulfilled tiredness, or is it a more frustrated tiredness, and what's the difference in that space, and why is that difference important? And then alongside that, what needs to change and what help do you need in order to facilitate a different energy space? We'll look at the tired stories that are being told around you and whether or not you're accepting those and taking them on board, which will help you to understand how much of your tiredness is actually yours and whether or not some of it belongs to other people and you have unknowingly absorbed that, or you're taking responsibility for it because you feel like you need to take on everybody else's stuff. So we're going to do some work to clear some of that too, if that's something that you're doing. And then we're going to turn our attention to treating energy like your energy like an energy bank, in the same way that you would have a bank account where you store your money. There is an account where you store your energy. So we're going to be asking questions like, can you afford to be tired? And what is tiredness actually costing you in terms of what you're missing out on doing, being, having, and feeling in your life? And I'm going to teach this concept that I call the Human Metronome. Where we have negative energy at one end, positive energy at the other, and we usually sit somewhere in the middle. But if you're in the negative energy space of tiredness, it's actually trying to get you back up into a positive energy space instead. So I'm going to teach that concept to you to then help you to understand what's on the other side of your tiredness, and then what can you do to get back into that space. Because the little secret here is that, yes, tiredness is something that you are experiencing, but its sole purpose here is simply to get you to do more of the things that align you with the life force energy state instead. So we'll unpack tiredness for you in the energy bank assessment, which will be in the manual that you'll receive as part of the day. And once we've identified how you want to feel instead of tired, we'll finish with a really beautiful meditation that will connect beautifully with what Cynthia's Reiki meditation will set you up with at the start of the day. So I'm very excited about that. So this meditation will help you to reconnect to and then regain the energy that you want to feel more of. And then you'll walk away from the day being able to use this meditation practice to reconnect yourself into that energy space that you want to be in on a daily basis, and or as often as you need to. The tips that Rosemary gave for setting the space will be key here, because you want to be meditating in a space where you feel comfortable, like you can relax and welcome this energy back into your body. So please do bring an eye mask or a scarf with you so that you can cover your eyes during the meditation practice so you can fully immerse yourself in the experience. And then, as I said, make sure you've got a comfortable space to relax. So that's what I'll be covering on the day. I'm very excited to share these concepts with you and to help you to uncover the sole purpose of your tiredness and bring back the vibrancy as well.
Thank you, Kimberly. That is a lot that you're going to cover, and having being able to experience your workshop around the fireside chat, and now being in your program, the 3-month program with Crystal, we have really learned so much about ourselves through your guidance and your program. So I know that who's ever participated in that retreat they're going to walk away with really some very powerful insights into what's going on with them. I know everybody's going through changes and trying to navigate and figure out, is this where I should be? Or maybe it's time for me to realize I'm not happy in this situation and I need to move, whether it be your career, a relationship, or just something about yourself you want to change. And I think with your segment, this will be like the really peeling back, but looking at things from a positive, negative side, which we've really learned so much from you. I know I speak for Crystal as well. I can, because I know we both talk about how much we've learned through your program. So we are very excited to have you on. So thank you for joining us and thank you for being here today. So I'm going to go back over to our panel now. So our full panel. I first want to take a moment to say thank you to each and every one of our panel participants today, including John, who does our blog and takes notes. So we don't want him to feel like he does a lot for us during the show, even though he's very quiet.
I did take notes today, though. I did.
Yes, and surrounded by women. I'm sure that's not hard for you. But
I love that.
No, but I just want to say a thank you to John, because he's actually takes tracks everything for us, takes notes, creates
like herding cats with these three.
But thank you to each of our speakers. We feel so fortunate to have such a dynamic panel of professionals who will be sharing their expertise at the retreat. I'm telling you, like I said, I don't think there is a person who has not had some level of stress or anxiety from this past year, I hate to bring the work up, but the pandemic, but it's real. It is our reality, unfortunately. However, it's how we choose to handle it. And when we're not sure how to handle it, and that is very normal, to be able to come together with into a retreat for only $39 for a full day of professionals and what they're going to share with you, to teach you and to guide you, that not only will you walk away in a very different state of mind, fully energized with a clear mind and really being to think through things, but being able to take these practices and use them on your own in your day-to-day activities and to help you navigate through these crazy times. So I want to say from my heart, thank you to each and every one of you, because obviously it wouldn't be what it's going to be without having like people like yourselves and being so caring and giving and being in fields that obviously you truly care and have just these practices that are amazing. So without further ado, now I want to open it up to the whole panel. So please feel free to jump in. I'm not sure though if we have any questions or comments from the audience. Crystal, can we just? So it's Crystal's turn.
No, we don't have anything in particular. Cynthia has posted the different websites so people can look at more detail about our presenters. And also, I just want to say to the people who will be registering, just a little bit about what to expect prior to the retreat. We do have a private Facebook page. So once you register, you'll receive your welcome letter, and then we would invite you to join the private Facebook page, because on that private Facebook page, you will be able to see individual videos from our presenters. So you'll learn a little bit more about them. You'll also get your pre-work, which would be information from Anna about the recipes, information from Patty on how to prepare for the forest bathing. And I believe we're putting a video on as well about forest bathing. We'll also have a checklist for your space. And so we're going to have a lot of pre-work for you so that when you actually begin the day on May 29th, you will be absolutely ready and to experience all of the presenters who have spoken today. So I'm really excited about all of that work, that setting your intention and your space and your mindset beforehand as well. So just so that you know, it's not just about the day. We're going to give you a lot to prepare ahead of time as well.
And Crystal, also, the other great thing that value in this is that you'll also receive a video of that day. So you'll have that information with you that you can use it over and over again. So it won't be just you walking away like, oh, I got to try to remember all this. And there'll be things that you maybe want to be more focused on. So you can just go back to the video and watch it and practice it. So so you're getting the full day of retreat with all these professionals. You're going to get your booklet. You're going to get the video, and you got the Facebook group where you can interact. And that Facebook group will remain open even after the retreat. So you can post your questions or give feedback on things or just interact with each other and your experience that you had. So a lot, like you're getting a lot that's important to help you to make those changes, just to kind of get clear and focused and how to move forward and stuff like that. So you, it's just a great benefit. I am so excited to be in it and just to be surrounded by these amazing professionals and what they're going to share with us. And that. Oh, Crystal?
One more thing, Rosemary, I think you were quoting the Mother's Day special. We have a group of people who have taken advantage of the $39. So now it is back to the original price, which is $49, which still, when you think retreats what they're getting, unbelievable.
Yes, that is a
great value.
Generally, these type of retreats would go for a much higher price point. So, or even if you had individual sessions with any of the professionals that are on, so you're getting all this for $49. And I'm sorry, I said 39. And and if you get the journal, the booklet, you'll have your booklet will include your journaling pages and that. So quite a bit. And how to sign up for it, all you have to do is go to our website at www.soireelifestyleseries.com/retreat/. But I know Cynthia's posting. Cynthia, thank you for posting everything, all this stuff, and doing the beautiful graphics for our opening and closing of the show. Just give her a shout out. So I'm just going to turn over to our guest speakers today. Please feel free to throw in any additional information that you like. I'm sure our audience members would be happy to hear it, or any comments. Oh, Catherine? Oh, Catherine, you have to unmute, please.
I just want to let you know that in a laughter yoga class, you can wear whatever you want, but you're going to be wearing comfortable clothes anyway, so you can come in that. I work in the business world, so people come in their business attire when they do a laughter yoga session. And as we are moving through the day, you're going to have your water available. One of those wonderful ginger lemon water drinks is exactly what I'm going to be preparing for the day as well. And what else do you need?
A hat.
Well, yeah, you can wear a hat as well. It can be a fun hat. It can be a serious. I have so many hats. I'm deciding which one to wear that day. And a willingness just to be open to trying a laughter yoga session, because this is not something that you're going to be coming to and seeing, oh yeah, this is exactly what I expected. No, it's not going to be what you expected at all. You can actually go to my YouTube channel, which is on my website, laughyourselfhealthy.ca, and check it out beforehand so you'll know what you're getting in for as well. So yeah, that's all you need. Water, a smile, not even a sense of humor, just the willingness to tap into your inner child that day. I look forward to it.
Thank you, Catherine, for the additional information. And those are really good points. And especially, yes, dress very comfortably. And you're right, an open mind. You have to have an open mind to do this and to receive what's going to come to you and stuff. So if you keep it on, you'll be amazed of what will transform or how you can transform your life. And hydration, yes, it just, you know what I loved about this is that we're preparing you for it in advance. Usually a retreat does not prepare you in advance. And here you're actually getting a lot of great advice from all the pros on how to get ready for that day. I'm going to go over, okay, hi, Catherine. Kimberly, would you like to add anything?
Just that I'm incredibly excited and I can't wait to spend the day with all of you wonderful women.
Oh, likewise.
And men, if men come too, of course.
Oh, yes.
I'll be there.
Great point. When men are invited, please don't let John be the only man. It'll be more. Okay, Patty, I'm just going to go in the order that you're on my screen.
I just wanted to say, Rosemary and Crystal, that this retreat is so well thought out. Not only are you taking care of the people during this day, but you're preparing them. They don't have to think about what to do to prepare. It's already set out, which takes a real load off of somebody's mind of what do I need? How do I do this? I'm really grateful that you've gone ahead and done that. Thank you. Just want to say that.
Thank you, Patty. Thank you so much. Okay, Anna?
Sorry. No, I just actually want to tag on to what Crystal mentioned about that the information that we included. I have the recipes posted and I'll provide links, and most of the recipes will have a video. So that'll make it even, friendly for those that don't like to read things very well. So they'll have some videos so that they can look at.
Yeah. Oh, Anna, thank you. You know what? You just probably made us go, phew, sense of and that's awesome. Okay, thank you so much, Anna. Over to Jane.
Hi again.
Hello.
I guess I just wanted to touch base because I in my training we talk a lot about collective trauma or collective healing around community and how we can't really heal as individuals unless we do it with that support and collective experience. So I'm excited because seems like a great collective of individuals that are coming together and offering and sharing their work to give people these practices and tools to live a very well life. So thank you again for having me, and I am excited for the day personally and professionally. So thank you.
Oh, thank you, Jane. We're looking forward to your sessions. And I know because they're different than what normal practices are, and I think they're going to be actually more impactful. So we're so grateful for you. Okay, I'm going to go over to Cynthia.
Yeah, I just have to say, I've been part of retreats before, and, the anxiety of, okay, well, what's coming up? What do I have to do? And that's all well thought out. So I'm going to piggyback with you, Anna, on that, because it is perfect. And Patty too. One thing I wanted to mention is oftentimes we have our stories around why we can't do something. So, I don't have time. How am I going to do this? I can't relax. Or, those type of things that we tell ourselves. I'm going to share a personal story. I used to, when I went to yoga, I don't know what it was. I'd have to leave the room because I would cough. That was my body's mechanism of trying to create an interruption to not allow myself to relax. So it's being, in tune with that and noticing those things. So let's interrupt those patterns that we have, tell ourselves that we have time to take care of ourselves and make it happen, and make sure everything's in divine order with no expectations.
Oh, thank you, Cynthia. That's great advice. And
I
John,
saw something on about the Buddha, and the Buddha, something like, every day, 10 minutes just to be. And if you're really busy, then take an hour.
Yes.
It's that idea that, what's important. And if we're too busy, sometimes we need to refocus and just take time for ourselves.
Yes. And John, just to throw out to you, and not to be on the spot though, but as a person who deals with a lot of people through relationships and stuff, how do you, with people kind of getting clear on stuff, is this something that would can you speak to that in terms of a relationship? Well,
of course it would help because it's taking time for themselves, but the laughter yoga thing, because when I used to do the workshops, as adults in our culture, we don't belly laugh a lot. Kids do, and we can fool with our kids and we can laugh and actually belly laugh. We play fight or wrestle or water fight and stuff. But as adults, we don't. And we know that laughter sends all kinds of good endorphins and stuff into our system. And so for me, with couples, anything you can do to sort of lighten up is beneficial. So I'm looking forward to the retreat myself, actually, for sure.
Oh, thank you, John. Thank you. And then Crystal?
So what I'm thinking about is, as a co-host and facilitating the retreat, I am so grateful to have recipes ahead of time.
Yes.
Because as you were talking, Anna, I thought, oh my goodness, I didn't even think about that for myself. And I thought, okay, there's no way I could pick up and go and get my lunch or get everything. And I thought, okay, I was just thinking the participants, I thought, okay, I need to think about myself that day as well and take good care of myself during the day. So I am just so grateful for those recipes. I'm absolutely, that's how I'm eating for the day.
I
So
know,
thank you.
and I'm excited to try those recipes because I know it's healthy and I'm nourishing my body, my brain, and I know I'm going to nourish my spirit just by having a healthy a meal plan that day. So guys, this is all about self-care. Self-care is so important. And if there's one big lesson I think that's really come from this pandemic is the importance of self-care mentally, physically, emotionally, all aspects of it, right? So if never before we were more aware of it, I think this has really opened up our eyes. And self-care comes in many forms. It comes in all the forms that we've talked about here with our pros. So please take the time, give yourself that gift of spending a day. I know that you have children. I know there's a spouse that you have to take care of. I know there's probably parents you have to take care of. I know you have a house, but set that day aside and just put yourself in that mindset that, yes, I'm going to do this. I owe it to myself. Dad, can you do a day away with the kids? Maybe the grandparents can help out. Maybe an aunt or an uncle, a friend, do some play dates. Just find a way to make it work. And just for once, make it about you. Like really embrace yourself. When you're clear and you're energized and you're focused, you're a better version of yourself for your loved ones, for your friends, for your spouse, your kids, your job. So that's the way we have to look at things. I think we've all been trained to look at it the opposite, put ourselves last. I'll just worry about everybody else. But when you actually do the reverse and take care of you, you will find that energy that's been spoken about, that clear mindedness, really knowing what's important to you, eating healthy, feeling healthy, making time for yourself is so vital. I tell you, honestly, to me, the biggest lesson of this pandemic was you need to take care of yourself. You really do, because it'll weather us through better storms, whether, like I said, emotionally, physically, mentally, whatever manner, you're just better prepared. Do we have any comments from our audience today or viewers, rather? None. Okay. You guys, this was amazing information. I'm not sure. Oh, we're at 2:00. Went by so fast. Oh my gosh. Okay. Again, a thank you to everyone. Thank you to our viewers. Please like and share this. I think there's so much value from having had this panel today that we owe to share it with everybody, because somebody may be in a place that they really need help and don't know how to get it. But maybe by watching this, they're going to be able to reach out. Maybe you're just going to reach out to an individual that was on the panel today for help. Whatever it is, I think it's worth sharing. So thank you for all your support. We look so forward to the retreat. Thank you, everybody, and enjoy the day. I believe it was nice and sunny. My curtains are closed, so I can't tell, but I'm pretty sure it was still nice. I was supposed to be 61.
It is.
So get out with nature, take that walk, find your place for the retreat day. Have a great day. Thank you to everyone. And we'll take you out. I think we have a closing thing and some music, if I can get it quickly up. All right, guys. Thanks again. Enjoy.
I don't know about you, but